control module. Here on the left hand side we see the tree view of the local geometry. So that means it will reflect how many parking facilities are connected to the cell computer. In case that we are talking about an LR, so a host computer with several cell computers, we may see here several cell computer IDs and then the associated parking facilities. And if we open the tree view, then we will see entry, exit, pay stations, door readers, and so on attached to that parking facility. On the application pane, we have the option to navigate via a map. That is a customized or project-specific integration. You may have seen that also from the classic Entervo V2. And if not, then the devices of that specific facility are shown. One step back, on the top you may find a button Emergency Program. That is to assemble several control commands and then to execute those with one mouse click. So here in this case it says in German Feueralarm, it's fire alert. So in case that somebody says, okay, I got a notification, there is a fire in the parking building, then you can click this button and, for instance, all exits might open their barriers. This is also customized, and this is something technicians can do on site. Here on the top we have counting integration that is possible because Java allows a so-called group start, so that several modules are started as one module, but counting I will explain in a separate video. We have here a kind of new functionality, set jam, end of jam. So that means in case that there is a traffic jam in this facility, we can enable the function to extend the grace time period from the defaults 5 and 15 minutes to typically 60 minutes, and we can turn it off here manually. In one of the following videos I will also introduce you to the Jam Manager, where the manager will turn off this function automatically after so many minutes, so that nobody will forget to undo this function and that people may benefit from the extended grace time periods. So having a look on the devices itself, here on entry you see the current status, no dialog because it's a virtual system, so we don't have devices connected. Otherwise you may see an orange indication for service required, or paper low, or whatever, or green, everything is fine with this device. And we have here some so-called hotkeys. So I would call it the most important buttons that you would like to see on the starting screen. And if you go here to select, then you see all functionalities that are available with this device. You may have here individual status information like paper low or change low on a pay station or whatever. So whatever message might come up with the corresponding device. Then we have here the loops. So here you could have a visualization which loop is currently occupied by a car. This is not active as long as you don't click the 100% check on button. Then you will see here the simulation with a green bar that a car is currently on one of those loops, or possibly on all of those if he's driving through the lane. Special functions are indicated here, so device manual out of service, so that would be a checkbox if somebody has taken the device out of order, or card negative evaluation. That is something very specific, but it's worth to be notified. So card negative evaluation would allow an override of, for instance, wrong presence or grace time exceeded at a device via the alarm module, but this only works in case that somebody is locked into the alarm module and the alarm module is open, because otherwise the person on entry or exit might wait 1 minute for the timeout. So this function only works if somebody is locked in and has the alarm module open to receive such card negative alarm. What else? We have the functionalities open and close, lock and unlock. So lock means the barrier will go to the open position and it will remain there. So any loop motion will not close the barrier because it's locked in the upper position, and unlock will undo this, so that means the barrier will come down unless somebody is on the closing loop or barrier loop. Then it will come down once the vehicle has left the barrier loop or closing loop. I think out of order in order is clear. That will really take the device out of service, so no card will be read, no license plate or whatever will be accepted. Nothing is possible to be done at this device. By the way, in case that the barrier is locked in the upper position, you can't pull tickets, but you could still present your credentials like your season cards or your season card license plate. That means the system would allow you to check in or check out your presence to the system. So it's only taking the, let's say, short-term functionality out of service. Initialization is more to reset the connected readers. There is only a limited functionality attached to it. On the side stripe systems, it was really causing a reset to the hardware, but in nowadays it's more a soft reset to the reader, to the barcode reader or chipcon reader. Card transactions would call all transactions from that device, so that you could look up hourly tickets or seasoners or whatever. You see here, no informations are currently available, but if so, you would see the time, the card or transaction identification, ident type, so hourly or seasonal, Congress card, and so on, status, and possibly the license plate. You might see here the history of this parking credential and also some occurred error messages, for instance, back out detected, race time exceeded, or whatever. Image review. I'm not sure if I haven't seen it active. So to demand an image review, I can't really tell what the functionality behind is right now. Reservation, that is something special in case that we have a reservation system adapted. You see here it's calling another module and that's not activated, but the idea is to help somebody who is at the entry, has done a reservation, but system is not able to allow him to give him permission to get in. Various reasons are possible. He's in front of the wrong entry, he's going to the wrong parking location, or he's too soon, too late. He has not the correct identification, not his barcode, not the correct license plate, and so on. Various functionalities are behind this reservation button. Then we have here some extensional functions, save logs, that is to store debug messages from the device towards to the cell computer for service purpose, in case that the customer would like to help us and provide the logs from that moment when a problem occurred. Ticketless on, ticketless off. Simple in case that we have a hybrid system, so a barcode system and a license plate recognition system as well. Then we can turn this system into the ticketless mode. That means if somebody drives into the lane and the license plate has been read, then without pushing the ticket button, the barrier will open. Sure, that requires a touchscreen pay station to then enter the license plate, but that is what we call the ticketless or the hybrid system, to switch in between ticket and ticketless mode. And in case that you have, for instance, a lot of snow in the area, you may turn off the ticketless function so that people can pull tickets because their license plate might be covered with snow. Finally, we have here the event window where all the single events are shown that have been created by this device. So that might be grace time exceeded, that might be paper low, wrong presence, door open, barrier arm off, and so on and so on. And if you have seen already the alarm module video, every single event could also be configured as an alarm, and then it would also be shown in the alarm module. Here on the right hand side, LPR picture that would be shown in case that a license plate has been found. So you could see here the corresponding picture of the last transaction. Live video would be in case that we have a CCTV integration, and live text that would show the corresponding text that the customer would see on screen on that specific device. Short look on an exit. There is only one difference. It's the jam on and jam off functionality. So here you could site or device specific, you could enable the jam functionality. It depends a bit on the configuration. All other functionalities are similar to the entry. On PayStation, we have some additional functionalities. For instance, substitute ticket, that is to enable the lost ticket functionality on the PayStation in case that the PayStation doesn't allow a self-service. Why would we do this? For instance, in case that people are attracted to park their car in this parking facility for several days because it's close to the train station, they may travel, and once they come back, they may do a self-service, push the lost ticket button, and pay a daily fee to get out. And to prevent that, then on screen the lost ticket functionality is disabled, so they need to push the intercom button, talk to the operator, and then they may get the permission to receive a lost ticket based on a daily fee. In case that we have a barcode system, we can switch a so-called swap functionality. Why is that? The barcode system is a centralized system, so that means every single barcode is managed on the cell computer level, and in case that we want to shut down the cell computer for any purpose, we can switch on this swap functionality. Here it's called switch function. So the pay station will keep the barcode ticket from that customer, and he will, or it will produce a new ticket so that the customer will be able to leave the car park, because the cell computer is not online, so the redistribution of this paid ticket is not possible. The exit wouldn't know about it, so the customer couldn't drive out. So switch on means exchange the ticket, and switch off means give back the original ticket back to the customer. Yes, some people may say, but we have a print functionality. That's true. If the pay station has a barcode printer, we could print a second barcode on the original ticket. Then this function is not necessary, but as we have different delivery versions, it was worth to be notified that this function is available. Out of service, in service should be clear. Initialization, again, like on entry and exit to reset the reader. The wake up function is more or less obsolete, because that was for the 30 generation to wake up the pay stations from its sleeping mode. That is no more available. Cache data is to call the cache contents from the pay stations to get an idea if we may need to top up change, or if we need to empty the cache box for coins or banknotes. Card transactions, same as entry and exit. Payments, here we could load the last payment transactions, and there we could see, for instance, how the payment was made, what coins, what banknotes have been involved, and how the change of the pay station was handled. So time of payment, production time, production at device, did he use coins or banknotes, what was the total amount, the individual coins that have been used, and possibly how much change in coins or banknotes has been distributed to the individual payment. So what else do we have? We have the live video in case that CCTV integration is existing, and we may have a live text that is currently shown on the display. I would say that's all in regard to device control. Sorry, that was the dog. Thank you for watching this video.